Right here, down. Protect them out. We put the work in. Let's finish. Come on, man. Let's do this. Family, I'll do 1, 2, 3.
You see, we dream chase, because that's all we was given to start with. Then we realized the dream was obtainable. Now look at us.
What's going on, Eagles Nation and TMTP family? Welcome back to another episode here, right here on the Main Thing Podcast presents. It's your boy, Mr. Owns, and after further review, the call stands. I'm still official with no stripes. Listen up, family. On Monday, August 27th, 2025, Howie Roseman and the Philadelphia Eagles have been busy, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. The roster's moving, players are signing, waivers are happening, and we even got some injury updates to go through. So today, we're breaking it all down. Willie Lampkin off waivers, practice squad signings, roster cuts, Arthur, Juan, K, and Landon Dickerson back on the field, plus Anaya Smith making moves with the Carolina Panthers. Strap in, because this one is loaded. But before we get into all of that, let's continue to do our part as a community and a family. Please continue to make sure to like the videos. It helps with the visibility in the algorithm. Disrespect the comment section. Share and subscribe to the community and our content. And last but not least, don't forget to do this. Make sure to turn on them noties and keep your ears and eyes peeled to the streets like your local neighborhood watch, so you don't miss when me and Big Huss drop this pressure on y'all. So let's get right into it. Howie strikes again, but hey, what's new? Let's start with the headline. The Eagles put in a waiver claim for Willie Lampkin, an offensive lineman formerly with the Los Angeles Rams. Now, this move raised some eyebrows. First off, Lampkin came with the injury designation. Teams don't usually grab guys banged up off of waivers, but guess who did? Howie Roseman. And why, might you ask? Because the tape don't lie. Lampkin is only about 5'11", 290 pounds, so yeah, smaller than your typical NFL guard. But this dude is violent at the line of scrimmage. Pro Football Focus, PFF, graded him as the top rookie offensive lineman in the preseason. He had one game where he put not one, not two, not three, yeah, you guessed it, 4 defenders on the ground, straight up pancakes, IHOP style. This is exactly the kind of Stoutland University project that Howie loves and Jeff Stoutland loves. Undersized? Sure, but so was legend Jason Kelsey. But Lampkin is explosive, gritty, and plays with a chip on his shoulder. This is a stash and develop type of move. Long term from Lampkin could be a guy who carves out a role here in Philadelphia. Now, let's shift over to some roster shuffling. We have Charlie Hewlett in, Tristan McCullum out, and Marcus Epps return. So, to make room for the aforementioned Lampkin, the Birds had to unfortunately cut some guys. Trevor Keegan, offensive lineman, and Tristan McCullum, safety, were both waived, and the Eagles brought back Charlie Hewlett, the long snapper, to the active roster. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Cutting McCullum left Philly with just 3 safeties. That's thin, really too thin for a team with Super Bowl aspirations. And that's where Howie worked his magic again. Boom. Marcus Epps is back in Philly, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. He was cut by the Patriots, so Epps is signing with the Eagles for his second stint. If you remember, he played 4 years here from 2019 to 2022. He was a starter during that Super Bowl run in 2022, logging all 17 regular season starts and 3 playoff starts. After that, he signed with the Raiders, started all 17 games in 2023, but then tore his ACL in 2024. The Patriots took a chance this offseason on him, but let him go at cut down day. Now, at 29, Epps returns as a veteran who knows this system, brings leadership, and gives Vic Fangio depth at safety. If he's healthy, this is a definition of a smart, stabilizing Howie Roseman move. Add experience, add trust, and keep the competition high. So we're going to go over to the practice squad. All right, family, look, let's dig into this practice squad because this is really where Howie flexes his GM skills. Practice squad just isn't a stash. It's your insurance policy, and sometimes it's where you find your future starters. So here's who we have so far. Quarterback Kyle McCord, first one signed, which says a lot. Developmental quarterback, young arm, gives Philly stability behind QB1, Tanner McKee, and the newly acquired Sam Howell. Cornerback Brandon Johnson as depth for a rotating secondary. Safety Andre Sam. We needed safety depth at safety, so he could be elevated quickly if Vic Fangio doesn't like what he sees out of the safety unit. Tight end EJ Jenkins has a very big frame and a sneaky red zone upside, so that's somebody worth keeping on the practice squad. We got running back Audric Estime. We stole him from Denver. He's a physical downhill runner and could push for some snaps. But look, that's just the start. Let's run through the rest of the names. Outside linebacker Patrick Johnson is a special teams ace who just missed the cut but knows the system. Cornerback Eli Ricks plays significant snaps as a rookie in 2023. The numbers game just so happened to push him out. Outside linebacker Antoine Powell-Ryland, APR, our 6th-round rookie. He's raw but flashed in the preseason finale. Offensive guard Kenyon Green, former first-rounder that was involved in the C.J. Gardner-Johnson trade. Injuries have slowed him down this summer, but Stoutland sees something in him and wants to continue to develop him. Cornerback Perry Dickerson, who made an amazing play with that interception against the New York Jets in the preseason finale. He's a veteran nickel, had a great camp, and is a depth piece for the Philadelphia Eagles. Wide receiver Terrace Marshall, a former 2nd-rounder. His knee injury slowed him down this summer, but he could be elevated if any wide receivers do, in fact, go down. Wide receiver Elijah Cooks, 6'4", 215. He made major highlight reel catches early in camp before the shoulder injury, so he's worth putting on the practice squad and continue to work on his game. Offensive lineman Holland Pierce is an undrafted free agent, 6'8", 341. You can't coach size, so he's a developmental project for Coach Stoutland. Tight end Cameron Latu, former 3rd-rounder, hasn't played a regular season game yet, but the pedigree is still there from being from the University of Alabama. Roll Tide. And linebacker Chance Campbell, signed late in August, already impressed enough to stick around. And here's a big one, no pun intended. Luke Felix-Fualalo, I hope I'm saying your name correctly, joins as the international player pathway player. This kid, look, y'all, he's 6'7", 318 from Brisbane, Australia. He played his high school ball in California at Modern Day, college ball at Utah and Hawaii. The Seahawks had him in for a tryout this summer. He's raw, but he's massive, athletic, and a true developmental piece for Stoutland University. So, yeah, that's a stacked practice squad. Veterans, rookies, upside at every position, and now even an international pipeline guy. Y'all know how it goes. Somebody off this list will make a big impact before this year is over. Mark my words. Now let's shift over to some positive news. Let's talk injuries, but this is where things get brighter. Landon Dickerson had a meniscus procedure earlier this month, already back on the field. That's huge for the O-line stability. Arthur Juan K. He had a hamstring issue that had fans stressed and sweating, but he's at practice, moving well and running routes, looking like himself. Now that's our wide receiver 1 and our Pro Bowl guard, trending up right before week 1. If this offense is healthy out of the gate, Scary hours. Now, not everyone stuck around. Anaya Smith, our 2024 fifth round pick, is signing with the Panthers practice squad. He had flashes as a rookie, 7 catches for 41 yards and a touchdown, plus special teams help. But the numbers game hit him, and in Carolina, he might see more opportunities than he would here in Philadelphia, but that is just the business of the NFL. And one thing fans got to remember, look, one thing we got to remember as fans is when cut down day passes, the roster is still not final. Howie always tweaks things before handing it over to Nick Sirianni. We saw it with Marcus Epps. We saw it with Lampkin. And don't be surprised if another safety or veteran depth piece shows up soon. Point is, the 53 is living, breathing, and changing every single day. That's why Philly stays competitive year in and year out. So here's where we are with it, supporters. Willie Lampkin claimed off waivers. Upside is through the roof. Marcus Epps is back, and that gives us stability in the safety room. Charlie Hewlett is back, and Tristan McCullum was waived. The practice squad is stacked with guys like Kyle McCord, Patrick Johnson, Eli Ricks, Audric Estime, and Luke Felix-Fualalo joining through the international. Juan, K, and Landon Dickerson are looking ready for week 1. Now, I got to ask y'all, what move stood out to y'all the most? Are y'all excited about Willie Lampkin and about Marcus Epps returning? Or is it maybe the upside of the practice squad? Please let us know down in the comment section. We greatly would appreciate it. But look, whatever you dream of, the hardest thing is to do is start. And I hope that here at the Main Thing Podcast Presents, we give you motivation to do what you want to do. Never let anybody take your joy. Never let anybody stop you from doing what you want to do. As long as you have faith and you put in the work, anything is possible. But look, y'all, I hope that you all continue having a great day with all this news going on. Y'all know that me and Big Hus will continue to deliver y'all the latest news from the Philadelphia Eagles. But again, if y'all don't know by now, I go by Mr. Owens. And this is the Main Thing Podcast Presents, where we keep the main thing the main thing. Look, y'all, I hope y'all all have a great rest of the day. It's truly been a pleasure speaking with y'all today. I hope that this video brought y'all some peace and comfort as it does for me. But let's continue to do our part as a community and a family. Please continue to make sure to like the videos. It helps with the visibility in the algorithm. Disrespect the comment section. Share and subscribe to the community and our content. And last but not least, don't forget to turn on them notification bells, also known as the Liberty Bell looking thingy, so you don't miss when Swoop comes out with the Eagles news and updates. But again, y'all, it's been a pleasure. Y'all enjoy. Take care. Stay safe. Be blessed. And we'll be back with y'all, all right?
It was I was gonna make a lot of money doing what I wanted to do. I went after it, and it was a struggle to achieve it. But you know what? I caught that bitch. Dream chasing.